Assalamualaikum, madam. My name is Azam Asarif. My student number 36083. Today, I will be presenting on the topic Governance and Ethical Enforcement in Public Housing, a comparative study of Indonesia and the United Kingdom. This presentation critically examines the governance structure, ethically, challenges and reform priorities in the public housing sector for these two countries. Both Indonesia and the United Kingdom face distinct yet equally important issue in ensuring that public housing is managed transparently, ethically, and in the best interest of residents. Let's look at the problem statement first. Although public housing is intended to provide safe and affordable home for citizens, both Indonesia and United Kingdom have experienced significant governance failure. In Indonesia, issues such as corruption, weak oversight, and insecure land tenure have affected the delivery of housing projects, especially under large-scale initiatives like the National Slum Upgrading Program and the 1 million houses policy. In the United Kingdom, despite having a stronger legal and regulatory frameworks, failures in enforcement have been exposed, most tragically, by the Grenfell Tower fire in 2017, which revealed serious lapses in safety compliance and resident protection. In both cases, these failures have undermined public trust and compromised the welfare and vulnerable community. Moving on is the key challenges of Indonesia and United Kingdom. Indonesia governance challenges largely stem from decentralization, where responsibility for housing delivery is shifted to the municipal government that often lack adequate financial resources, technical expertise, and administrative capacity. Weak procurement oversight create opportunity for corruption, inflated costs, and political interference. Land tenure insecurity also present a major ethical concern, as dispute or forced displacement can occur without adequate safeguard. Furthermore, community participation is often inconsistent, with residents excluded from decisions that directly affect their homes and livelihood. Meanwhile, in the UK, the public housing system has evolved from council-owned housing to a greater role for housing association, particularly following the right to buy policy. While regulatory framework are comprehensive on paper, enforcement remain a weakness. The Grenfell Tower fire became a turning point, revealing that cost efficiency measures under new public management and managerialism often outweigh essential safety consideration. Additionally, tenant representation in governance process has historically been limited, leading to a lack of resident influence in critical safety and maintenance decisions. The next is theoretical lens. To better understand these challenges, we apply governance and leadership theories in Indonesia. A principal agent problem explains how accountability gap arise between central ministry, local governments, and contractor, especially when oversight is weak. In the United Kingdom, managerialism, a core concept in new public management, show how prioritizing cost efficiency can inadvertently compromise safety and equity. Stakeholder theory is also relevant in both cases, as it emphasizes the importance of inclusive government that give all stakeholders, especially residents, a meaningful voice. Next, we go to reform priorities of Indonesia and United Kingdom. For Indonesia, key reform should include the implementation of a nationwide e-procurement system to increase transparency and reduce corruption, as well as land tenure formalization is to protect residents from displacement. Performance links municipal grants could incentivize local governments to meet safety and inclusion standards. Additionally, institutions community co-governance would ensure residents are actively involved in planning and oversight process. In the UK, reform should focus on mandatory tenant safety committees and residents panel to strengthen participation. Independent inspection, including an announced safety audit, should be carried out with finding made public through a defected register. Finally, safety budget should be a ring fence to ensure that cost-cutting measures never compromise the well-being of the resident. My last statement is conclusion. In conclusion, effective public housing governance require more than just funding or construction, and its demand leadership's roots in integrity, strong enforcement of safety standard, transparent procurement system, and genuine community participation. While Indonesia struggle with capacity and integrity issue, and the United Kingdom struggle with enforcement complacency, both demonstrate that ethical enforcement is just as important as the physical building of homes. Through addressing these governance challenges, both countries can strengthen public trust and ensure that housing truly serves the need of the people. That's all from me. Thank you very much.